Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got a game between ESCmonchi and AcerNerchio. Nerchio is the red Zerg, Monchi is the green Protoss. Now this game is from the Antec Attack number 15, and that is an online tournament played every Wednesday, evening time, European server, and well, it's fantastic. I live cast it with a guy from ESCmonchi, so tune in. We're on at 6:30 PM UK time every Wednesday night to cast this tournament. It's fantastic, and this is actually the final game from the last one. It was so awesome, I decided that I'd just cast them. Now, obviously, for anyone who doesn't know the Antec Attack, it's sponsored directly by Antec, and it's for, well, the total prize pool is €200. First place gets €125, second place gets 75. The final is a best of 5, and as I said, both, well, since there's a second place, one of these players is going away with €75, and the other player is going away with €125. So no laughing matter at all. It's a really nice amount, and not too bad for an evening's work. So definitely, if you can, tune in 6:30 PM. I'm on the eSports stream of it, so make sure you check it out. Okay, what is going to be going on? Well, so far we will see that Monchi has got gateway in his base, so he's not going to be fast expanding. Reason for that is just because it's Antigua Shipyard. Now it is the GSL version, which means cross spawns are forced. Supply depots there, so Monchi can't go for some crazy 3-pylon wall off. Nerchio just getting up his spawning pool. It was at 14, so that's just a bit more safe. And if it was a case that Monchi had gone for a forge first, then he'd be protected from cannons. Meanwhile, the probes do, and well, both workers know exactly where the other player is, so they're just going straight there. Monchi will see, well, hang on, there's no base here, as to be expected. We'll just see around, may come in and scout to see if there's a super early pool any second. Meanwhile, we will see Nerchio, his drone going to see, wait, no fast expansion. What's this Protoss doing? Every Protoss fast expands against Zerg, don't they? But no, not the case. He will see that everything's going pretty standard in Monchi's base. No second gas, so no super fast tech or anything there. Meanwhile, Nerchio getting 1 gas. This is slightly unusual. Purely because the current meta game in ZvP is the Zerg player just doesn't get any gas. He just gets 3 bases, moves a lot of drones and Zerglington spines as needed to defend, and then he's happy. Because really there's nothing the Protoss player can throw at a Zerg early on that they can't deal with just Zerglings and Queens. And because of that, getting the gas just delays expansions and the drone count. So that is really a bit peculiar, but clearly Nerchio just thinking, well, there's no fast expansion out from Monchi, so I should probably just be on the safe side, and that is pretty safe. Anyway, what else can Nerchio do? Well, he's got his natural just started now. Meanwhile, we will see Monchi, he's putting this pylon down on the low ground, which suggests that there's going to be a Nexus out soon. This one Zealot was kind of wandering around, got scared off by these 4 Zerglings, because 4 Zerglings can kill a Zealot, but they can't kill a Zealot and a Stalker, and that will mean that Nerchio's going to run back, loses 1 Zergling, the other one very, very low on health. And this one Stalker and Zealot are actually going to move forward, and they could do some damage because there's not really much in the way of Nerchio defend. He pulled all of his guys out of gas, so does have speed on the way. 8 gas left over, so a bit less than perfect, which is not what you want to be at this sort of level, because ultimately Nerchio is playing for €125, as is Monchi, and no one would shy away from doing anything but perfect if possible for, well, some money. I know I would for €125, I play perfectly. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever be in a position to personally win a tournament. I don't have enough time to play. Anyway, we will see here that Monchi has moved up. He's going to get a couple of free hits. If he gets that Queen, it would be big, but deciding to pull back, and really that's surprising because Nerchio's only getting 4, well, he has now got a total of 5 Zerglings out, which couldn't actually deal with this at all. So really, Monchi could have put on some more pressure, but choosing to go back. He's got his own Nexus, about a third done now. He's got a Forge on the way, Pylon just blocking off some movement, and Sentries in production. That's just making him super, super safe. Third one getting chrono boosted out, and that means the force fields will be ahoy, and that will block out these Zerglings or anything from doing any damage. Meanwhile, it will look like Nerchio's taking his own 3rd base, which is essentially exactly what he needs to do. I don't know if he did actually scout this out. If we take a look, yeah, he does know the Nexus is down, so because of that, he can just very, very happily take this 3rd base because he knows nothing's going to be coming. Running with some Speedlings, trying to do some damage here, but won't be able to. There's a cannon on the way, and not to mention the fact a Stalker, 3 Sentries, and a Zealot. Now, if we take a look at the worker count, we will see it's 34 for Nerchio to 29 of Monchi, and really once this third base kicks in, that worker difference is going to get huge, because Nerchio can just have such sick production it won't even matter. Meanwhile, if we look in Nerchio's base, he's now just put 3 more guys back in gas, so he will probably be seeing a lair come out fairly soon, or maybe a roach one. Who knows? Nerchio does, hopefully. But we will see warp gate tech is finished. 2 gateways are done, so that'll be 2 warp gates. We'll probably see Monchi gain in position to start ramping up his production as well. He's got +1 ground attack. Here comes 3 more gateways, so that takes him up to 5 gates. May see some more, may not. Could see a robo. Here comes the Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber. They're being picked up at the same time because, well, it's what you do. The Roach Warren defends you from any kind of gateway stuff. The Evolution Chamber, 1 gives you upgrades, but 2 means you can get spores if there's mass air or DTs, which is perfect. Lair also just started there for Nerchio. Third base is up and running. On Monchi's side, well, he's got a good sentry count. Those 4 additional now gateways going to be finishing up soon, so that will take him up to 6 gate, and well, 6 gates are going to be good. 1 speedling does make it into the base, which is going to see a lot. It's going to see that forge building, that +1 ground attack, which just says, well, we're going to get a lot of warp gate pressure. What is Nerchio's response going to be? 6 roaches are on the way. If we take a look at the worker count, it's now 51 to 33. That's definitely in Nerchio's favour. He now needs to mass produce units. That pylon is down, but it was scouted by the Overlord, and will Nerchio be able to take it out? Who knows? But here comes down a 4 pylon here for Monchi, and if that gets up and running happily, then Nerchio's going to have big problems, but some roaches are coming out now. They could pick that off. Look at how quickly Monchi's able to rack up this force, and here goes an Overlord down. Those roaches are up on the high ground. They will be able to pick off that pylon, and so that means the reinforced distance for Monchi will be slightly longer. But still, we will just see Nerchio is supply blocked. He's getting 5 Overlords, and that is a big problem. The pylon was cancelled. Now, Nerchio does look like he wants to go for this. He's actually trying to force a nice trap. I like this. He's got some units behind, some units in front. But if good force fields go down, that will essentially completely split his army, and now there's literally only a handful of roaches, which perfect force fields go down by Monchi, and that means the queen gets completely sniped. Those overlords are going down. Meanwhile, there's a couple of zerglings and roaches trying to pick off some reinforcements, but they're going to get taken down. And just look at how perfect these force fields are by Monchi here. They're just allowing him to completely dismantle Nerchio's third base, and some more just isolating a couple of roaches out there, allowing it to go down to sizable bite-sized chunks for Monchi's army. And now the third hatchery is going to go down. There are so many overlords in the firing range that really Nerchio could get supply blocked incredibly easily. 10 roaches are popping, a roach speed is also on the way, but without this third base, Nerchio's not going to be able to keep up with the income. Some more overlords dying. Look at how badly supply blocked Nerchio is now. That is a terrible position. Some roaches hatching at the third base will get picked off incredibly easily. That just leaves a handful of roaches and zealots and zerglings, and to be honest, this is all over now for Nerchio. He can't reinforce. He's so far supply blocked. He's building some spines as kind of a last-ditch effort, but some money force fields do allow a couple more roaches to get picked off for free. And essentially, force fields for units are a great cost-effective trade. And there's the GG from Nerchio. So game 1 does indeed now go to Monchi. Tune in for game 2 of this best of 5 right now.